people doing spell work, and it's usually from spell work. Accidents start happening, crazy, supernatural. Yeah, it's spell work. Somebody fucking with you. And and I learned early on to cleanse. I have to cleanse. I have to cleanse. I have to protect my energy. I have to, because I'm around evil. I can't prove that. I can't prove I'm around evil. So I always knew how to protect myself, take care of myself, and I always knew how things not to affect me. I didn't stay around people because I knew they was into things that I wasn't into, and then I wasn't trying to get stuck with their karma. I wasn't trying to get stuck with their bad luck, and I already got my own things going on within my own life. Yeah, I don't fuck with nobody. I don't talk with nobody. I don't hang out with none of them. It's like I got my own things going on. But whatever, you know. But the return of senders, I do those every day. It's to return energy back to wherever it's coming from. I do the splash. That's to clear away the energy. Like you could go somewhere and people already doing shit. And it's like, when I spray that on me, it stays on my skin and nothing that they're trying to do is going to work against me. I remember I would do it in the courthouse. I would wear oils and I would have the splash. And it was like my insides were always moving. They were always moving, but it's because they was always doing work on me. I can't prove that. I went to the doctor so many times to get all kinds of tests done on me. Like, what the hell is wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you, man. Your health. You're lucky. You're healthy. You're just obese. I'm just overweight. But your blood levels are fine, your cholesterol is fine, you're not sick, you don't have any issues, your health is perfectly fine, Miss Garcia. That's what I was told. But I couldn't understand why my insides was moving, why all this stuff was happening. It's from the spell work. You can't prove spell work. I go to the doctor, is nothing shows up. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I'm like, it's spell work, because I try to make sense of it. Like, what the hell is going on? So, you go to the doctor. Like, I go to the doctor. Like, I don't want to think it's fucking spell work. Like, it's not no spell work. But nah, I went to the doctor, checked everything, a colonoscopy, all that. Check everything. What the fuck is wrong with me? Like, why my insides is moving like that? Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Nothing was wrong. Nothing's wrong with me. It's spell work. Can't prove spell work. So all I could do is just cleanse myself, protect myself. I ate alone. I didn't eat with people. Eating with me, nah, I didn't eat from people. I always brought my own drink. I didn't no. And what happened? The courthouse, it's so much black magic being done in the courthouse, but you can't prove it. So all I can prove is the papers. That's what my case is, 405 pages. It's conversations, it's the emails, it's incidents that happened. But I'm going to read. This is an insert that I have in the court case, 405 pages. But I wrote, like I am a writer. I just write. And this is what I wrote, because this is from when I started. When I started working in the courthouse, these whores, it's just like, oh my God. I just couldn't believe like all the stuff that I was going through. And then I never had friends like that. Nobody knew my business but these people in the courthouse. Why? Because they know my confidential file. They look at it. They look at my information. They want to know what's going on. They even mailed letters to my home, handwritten letters to my home, but talking just straight shit about me. I burnt those letters. I threw them out. And then you tell someone, I'm telling the boss what's going on. And then they're like, oh, they want to get the police involved and they want to do their own investigate. But they're the ones writing letters to my home. They're the ones that's the culprit of everything. And then they're trying to help and act like they didn't do it. That's You know, this is like a little fucking game with little kids, and they think that you don't know what the hell is going on. Like, you sitting here and you just doing shit to me. You don't know me. I'm just here to do my fucking job, and this woman just wants to sit here and just fuck with my life. She knows my date of birth, knows my social, knows my place of residence, knows everything about me. And she would just sit there and just do shit and fuck with me, fuck with my life, and I'm just like, what can I do? I need the job. The kids was little and I had to stay in this fucking job. And and it was always something. It was always chaos in the job. I go home, my house is peaceful. I don't have problems at home, but when I go to this job, it's always chaotic. It's always mess. It's always a problem. That's why I put in the lawsuit that she creates a hostile work environment, because I'm like, yo, like, how I'm at peace in my house, and once I get to work, it's like a whole chaos, a chaotic environment. But I'm gonna just read this insert. It's in the court case file. This file, I filed it since March 1st of 2024. No one has done anything. No one has looked at it. No one has looked at it. It has so much information in here. So many confident, it's not even confidential. It's so many conversations with people that are supposed to do something and they did nothing. It's like they failed to do their job. And I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? It was so many problems. I didn't know what to do. So I fucking resigned. I was like, I keep telling these people what the hell is going on, and nobody does anything. Let me just read. Paulina B. Garcia. That's my name, Paulina B. Garcia. My history with the Bronx Supreme Courthouse. My hire date was October 19th of 2006, working for the jury department in room 313. I'm going to say her name because she was a beautiful woman. She was always good to me and I loved her. And this woman was the woman that hired me. She hired me to work with her. Kay Amer was the one to hire me to work for her department. But, I requested a transfer to room 118. I wanted to learn more. I wanted to learn more. I wanted to do different things. I'm young. I'm like, I just didn't want to do one thing. I wanted to do different things. So I became a notary, so on. I was transferred in 2007. I don't remember that exact date exactly, but 118, they got everything written down. I started in the passport department and on to notary, and I became a licensed notary there. I was taken out of the department for LC. That's a person. I'm not going to say, LC. I filed several complaints against her for harassment, defamation of character, and several other things. She violated my space, my home, and to ruin me in general. I just got hired in this fucking courthouse. I just got into 118 and this bitch is just fucking with me. I'm like, oh my God. And I started in I just started there, and they was already just fucking with me, and I'm just like, oh my God, like I need this job. And I would always complain. So I would go to management, I would go to HR, I would file it internal. That's what you're supposed to do. They never did anything. They hid the document, they sabotaged the document, or they'll pretend like they're getting the police involved, and then the police are their friends. The police don't even do anything. They just play along to make it look like they think that you don't know. Like, I know what is supposed to be done and they're not doing it. So it's like, I just let it slide, right? Harassment, defamation of character, and several other things. She violated my space, my home. Like, bitch came to my home, putting shit under my door. From my understanding, Teresa Torres, she was always in it. Her hands was always in the chaos. She was always doing shit to people. I have no proof of that. It is hearsay. I filed these complaints with the personnel department, and one day I went to check on them and they were not in my file.